Welcome. This is News Insights. Pastor Kingsley, Aisha Yesufu has come out to say Tinubu has turned Nigeria into a massive graveyard. Please, what can you say about that?
It's something that we're already seeing, right? From the west to the east and to the north central. A lot of mayhem. We've not even calculated the ones that they've not reported. We don't know yet. And it's an eyesore, really. That people, one of the stories in the Abuja's own was that they said things were going on well. Then when they came to test the water and saw that truly they were sharing, they started calling people. I said, come. That's the level of hunger that you see that is in the land. They were calling just for rice, whether it was 10 kg, whether it was for 5 kg. I don't know, but I'm not sure it would have been more than 10 kg. And they started calling them to come, and they were overwhelmed. Do you understand? With the people that were coming. And there's something my colleague said just now. He said, what is a stampede? People ready to go on in spite of the difficulty going on. So they were ready to match people's head to get that rice. It just reminds me the story of the lepers in the Bible. They said, if we stay here, we die. We go into the city, we die. We go here, we die. So the people are ready to die just to get food. That's how bad it is. It also reminds me of another story in the Bible, that the king didn't know that they were cutting their children to eat. And I said to our President Bola Tinubu, people are already dividing their children to eat. It's high time you do something about it.
Most unfortunate situation actually we find ourselves in. 4 days ago in Kubwa, precisely around the BRG Axis, I was actually trying to assess a land, and I saw crowd, and I was wondering what is happening here. And what did I see? Airtel have realized that we are all hungry. Even me, I'm very hungry. Airtel realized Nigeria.
Are you sure you're hungry?
I'm very well. I've not eaten today.
Are you sure?
Yes, okay. Don't worry, we'll go to that. I think there's granite for me somewhere. And so along the line, I now slowed down to see what was happening. On a more serious note, Airtel brought rice, cooked rice, with chicken, small rice but big chicken. I almost went to collect if it were convenient, but for the stampede, because if it starts and I fall, definitely I won't survive. But what am I trying to emphasize? You go to register an Airtel line, they do it for you free, you take rice. So many people registered line because they have NIN, not because they even have phone or needed the line, but for the rice. We have gotten to that stage now that just a chicken that is not even what we would love to eat, trained for 3 months or 4 months, went to 25,000. And I asked somebody, I said, why would chicken be this expensive? And she told me the feeds they were using normally to feed these birds have gone higher than they ever imagined. Yes, Tinubu administration, I was trying to praise them in one aspect of security still. Because the truth is this, since he came on board, not that they've done anything too spectacular, but because Buhari messed everything up, it looked as if today I can go to Kaduna without much fear like I used to have. Today, people are still traveling to the east, but then you have tried to solve that little problem. You now allow hunger because of bad policy, because of pronouncement before thinking. Even before you took over, you removed a subsidy. You remove subsidy, and the money that you're saving from subsidies should have gone into agriculture and many other things to ease Nigerians' situation. We don't even know if there is something like removal of subsidy, because the money we are not seeing. The usual thing with Nigerian politicians is stealing money, having plenty money for people of bellow like to pack as much as far as their APC members is normal. So the hunger in the land is so much now that people died in Anambra because of rice. People died in Abuja because of rice. People die in so many places because of food. I mean, they should understand that it has gone too bad. There's no way I will have food in my house and my wife and children will leave the house to go and collect cooked rice by Airtel. There's no way you, like he mentioned, the rice they're even giving, how many cups, how many mudu. But will you blame them? When a mudu of rice is for 3,000 plus, not even the normal foreign rice. So if you are giving me, if they are sharing 5 mudu outside, I will go to collect. Even if I can afford it now, how about tomorrow? So it's a shameful thing for we to have people in office. And in a sense society, when people die, you will see, leaders that you will see the pain.
Empathy.
But not with
There's
these
no
ones. You know why? I don't want to talk because the next thing they will do is to go and pick that fat man and lock him with a faratomy. No, of course, that's what this government is used to. For crying out loud, in a democracy, you cannot express yourself for people to hear you and probably take correction. I think they are just ritualists, all of them. Who knows if the people that are dying is what will make them what they are baba
sacrificing the blood for.
Of course, but that is if they can go to hell and arrest whoever they want to arrest.
There is something he said just now. We must quit looking at everybody saying something as a critique, someone that's criticizing their government. It's not about criticizing their government.
When they do what we will say.
Exactly. We have on this forum, we have, lauded their. For example, you talked about how security has improved.
Of course.
They won't hear that one. But the only one they will hear is the fact that, the only one they will hear the fact that they've not done well in this particular area. They should look at it that we are not criticizing them. It's the situation on the ground. Myself and my colleague yesterday, we went for one marriage at Millennium Park. And the gate to Aso Rock, that used to be the real gate, have been locked. There's something he said. He said the reason they cited that Millennium Park close to the State House was because the government can feel the people a little bit. Just like what they have in the White House in Washington. You can pass through the White House. You will see people go there every day. And you see people standing there every day. Just from the window of the White House, you'll be seeing those people insulting the government on a daily basis.
Insulting reasonable government.
And nobody is ever arrested. So they should not always look at it as, someone like Dele Farotimi is talking up, he's speaking up, before you know it, he will incite the people, there'll be this thing, there'll be that one. We just finished talking about revolution now. Showore is coming out and saying revolution now because he's in a dire situation.
The arrest of people is to put fear in the rest of us so that when we see them doing wrong, we won't talk. Nigerians naturally don't want to die. But like I mentioned, it's rather unfortunate.
No, I don't think anymore that Nigerians don't want to die because when I was in school, I never ever thought that there would be someone that would strap something around himself, right? Trying to blow up himself because we love ourselves.
No, that is deceit of religion, belief, and hunger still.
Exactly. It gets you somewhere. A lot of things get you somewhere. Listen, there are people in organized crime today, like kidnapping. You never thought that people would be into that kind of organized crime of kidnapping other people. You never, it's a trade. It's a business now. We never know we're going to get there.
What is supposed to be government business has failed the people. What do? Somebody have to eat.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Like I mentioned, we give it to them a little. Honestly, 2-3 years ago, I spent me that go to Canada. I could go to Canada and come back the same day. I could still go back. But I can remember I spent the whole year, went to Canada only like once. That was because it was too necessary. My parents were begging me not to even come because with my little size, I was definitely a very hot pig, for them. Now, but Tinubu came on board.
No, they know you can't run in the bush.
Well, that is what you think. That's your personal thought.
No, it's not personal.
So like I mentioned, if Aisha Yesufu, of course, they will still talk. I respect people, a woman like her. And you know what? You still have some very funny Nigerians that will wake up and begin to criticize her. What she's saying is the truth. You have a president that was seated in Abuja and people are dying, and the next thing you took plane and went to Lagos driving in convoys. Who are you showing cars?
What I want us to do,
he has not visited any site where people died. He has not made any statement.
Well, we heard that he postponed one of his.
To hell with postponement.
No, he cancelled his official
and then
stuff for today.
Yes.
Only today.
Excuse me. Did you hear them say they remove certain things on rice importation and food items? If food were to be normal and cheap everywhere, by this time of the year, parents, like when we're growing up, at this time, this is when we pick the goats our parents buy. We go to field that we're going to feed them. Our goat will be fighting your goat. We'll be happy. Now there is no goat, no chicken, no rat in the house for any child to watch. So when you tell children that there is food somewhere, everybody will want to run there. If we have rice, we have tomatoes, we are trying to wash them. We are trying to feed our chicken, our goats. Children will not even have that time because out of excitement, there will be bills in the house. But people are hungry, no food in the house, and then nothing to do. And so any little opportunity out there, people rush at it. It's unfortunate. It's a shame under this administration. Very foolish shame that Tinubu, a father, a grandfather, will sit down and be watching Nigerians die like this, and he feels it's normal. God help us, but it's unfortunate.
Pastor Kingsley, let's hear your conclusion.
We want them to do something. We want them to come out, and there are physical things you can do to change the narrative of so many things.
That if you feel the pain of your people, do they feel our pain?
There are things physically you can do to change the economy, help the economy, help the poor. Do you understand? And all that. There are no countries in the world. If you live in the UK, you get a stipend if you don't work. If you live in America, the same thing. Western world, all of them the same thing. So those are their own, fair subsidy. Do you understand? During COVID, you see people being given money, $2,000, $3,000. If you are earning below a particular amount of money, if you are giving the money, you will not be collected back. During Obama's era, till today, all car manufacturing companies in the US were bailed out. That's why if you buy a Tesla today, $7,000 is still removed, and government pays that. Do you understand? We must see those kind of visible things being done in this country. Do you understand? If they say they are providing transportation, they should provide good transportation. You can't stop the rail network that is coming from Warri to Abuja or to Itakwe. You don't stop it in Lokoja. What happens from Lokoja to this place? That's a whole lot. I don't know if you understand. You can't stop the one that is going to the north in Kaduna. What happened to Kano? What happened to Maiduguri? I don't know if you understand. So there are these physical things that we must see them improve on. Do you understand? If they want to reduce the fuel price, by this time I think the fuel price should have because demand has come down. So if demand come down, we see supply increase, the price drop. These are normal economic indices, but because of the angulu of so many of these entrepreneurs liaising with government, things have not been like that.
Please let's hear your conclusion.
Well, he has said it all. I wanted to chip in when he was talking, but he refused to give me that opportunity. But like he has just said, we're not even talking about subsidy cars and other things. No, just improve our security. Allow Nigerians to vote whom they want to vote. Don't impose people on us. But as far as I'm concerned, a lot of them in offices are imposed on us. Do you understand? The senators are not saying anything. The House of Reps are not saying anything. You had Rufai's son. I think I'm beginning to like that family. You had Rufai's son talking in the House about so many things. You understand? That has to do with government policies. Every year they bring out budget and make businessmen rich, and then they go back to collect their cut from them. You keep buying what has not expired. How will you be buying cars every year for running off a
Our time has been spent.
Well, you just asked me a question. I wish you...
I gave you 1 minute.
It's all right. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your views. Yes. Thank you very much. This is still News Insights. We'll be right back.